Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a setup video. I'm so excited about this because this is probably my favorite planner that I've ever set up. I say that about every single new setup though, which is kind of funny. This is my newest pocket ring setup, which this is my main planner. If you're familiar with my Instagram or my YouTube channel, you'll know I do use multiple planners, but this pocket rings is like my main number one kind of personal life planner. So almost every single setup video on this channel is featuring my main pocket rings planner, but it's just a different cover and like a different like deco kind of setup. I usually keep the inserts the same because it's a system that works for me and I'm good with it. But yeah, I did this setup last weekend and I'm now getting a chance to film it. I love it so much. So let's go ahead and get started. I can't remember if I said this, but this is the pocket size or A7 MOTERM in the taupe color. Again, if you watch my channel, you'll know I have the pocket MOTERM in pink, white, black, and taupe. So this color is just beautiful. I love it so much. I love this setup. Everything is just so good. Okay, so in the front pocket, I just have this appointment card from Infinite Lotus. It was a freebie with an order. I have just like a little piece of like acrylic, what is wrong with me? Acetate just as like a fly leaf to protect everything. And then I have this aesthetic dashboard also by Infinite Lotus. I have my task cards, which were in my last pocket setup in my black MOTERM. Still using the same kind of task cards that I made for myself. I gotta be honest, I used to use task cards a lot in my planning system, so I would literally take them and I would put them on my weekly, like how, you know, they were intended to be used. Oh shit. But yeah, I can't lie, I haven't been doing that lately. They're just kind of here for decoration now at this point. But I have one task card, two task card. I basically just put a sticky pocket on a piece of acetate. I have this iconic white text piece of vellum from Planner Press. And then these dividers, they're so thin and so soft. They are from Infinite Lotus. They're her custom tab dividers. So I did get them customized with my sections, which is inbox, monthly, weekly, list, tracker, and then miscellaneous. So yeah, for section one is my inbox. This is the glass inbox dashboard from Cloth and Paper that we got in a recent sub box. I just have a little circle cloth and paper linen sticky note on here. My inbox is basically just a place for me to, I guess, like brain dump. Like if I think of something, I can jot it down there and then I can move it later if I need to. But I just have some pending emails here, which are almost done except for my VDS. I'm still working through that. But yeah, I had like a bunch of emails going on at once. So I wanted to have a place so I didn't forget like everything that I was like working on. Which I do have an undyed leather Vanderspec on the way. I recently ordered it, so I won't get it for like 2 months, but I'm super excited. That's going to be my next pocket setup, but I probably won't get it till like January. So I'm going to stay in this taupe until then. The next thing is this 2021 dashboard. That's a freebie from Elmon Paper Co. On her website. This little minimal dashboard is a freebie from Courtney Taylor Plans. I print out a lot of her freebies. I love them. The other side, again, this is from Courtney Taylor. Keep calm, enjoy fall. I just like to print dashboards back to back because I don't like when the back of something is white. I don't know why. This digital declutter dashboard is from the recent Cloth and Paper October sub box. I do really, really like that. And this is pretty much like part two to my inbox system. So my inbox system has two parts, and it's always been this way, but in previous setups, it was just done differently. So in previous setups, like I still had the dashboard with the sticky note as a brain dump, but then I had like other sticky notes acting as like my long-term inbox. So I basically just swapped that for these inbox inserts, which are, again, Cloth and Paper. They were in the September sub box. I love them so much. I cannot wait till she releases these on the website. So I recently moved into this taupe, and on my old inbox and my previous black MOTERM, I had finished all that stuff. So I currently don't have anything written here yet, but in a matter of time, I'm sure I will soon. But basically, like I said, the sticky note kind of operates as just a place to just brain dump everything. And then from there, I can file stuff away if I need to file it into my monthly, my weekly, my list section, whatever. But sometimes there are things that like, there's nowhere to really put them, but they're still important. And that's what I would write on here. So like, for example, the type of things I had on here were like, get new windshield wipers, renew an ID by the end of the month, get a brow wax, because with COVID, I had no idea when I was going to be able to get a brow wax, get an oil change and a tire rotation, blah, blah, blah. So those are the kinds of things I put right here, right? I don't want to put it on my weekly because I might have to migrate it from week to week to week to week to week. Like I wrote down brow wax, no joke, in like March, and I just got it like a week ago. So it's just kind of those like long-term things that I need to do, and I like having it here so I don't forget about them, but I don't exactly know when. And I will also mention that when I plan for my week, so when I'm sitting down on a Sunday to plan for the next week, I always look at this inbox and I think like, is there anything on here that I can do next week? Is there anything on here that I should do next week? So yeah, that is kind of how I use this. Again, I just moved into this setup. There's nothing written down because the like million things on my last one, I checked them all off. I got them done, but soon, just give it time. I'm sure I'll have stuff to write there. This Be Bold dashboard is from Cloth and Paper. Another dashboard from Courtney Taylor Plans. Same with the back. So the front and back is both her freebies. I really, really love her freebies. This C'est La Vie dashboard was in my last setup as well. This is from Modern and Minimal Co. on Etsy, or My Minimal Planner on Instagram. This is a magazine dashboard from Cloth and Paper. I just put 2 little square page flags on there just to give it a little bit of interest because I feel like it was really boring when it was just the vellum. This was in my last setup, so I moved that over. This is my routine card. Oh, I forgot this is a top loading pocket, so I don't feel like taking this out. But this is my routine card from Maddie Plans. And then on the back, I just have one of those clear cards that I had made. It's like a clear card with white text. It just says my name and my Instagram handle. And I layered that on top of that little Chasing Dreams, which was a freebie from Elmon Paper Co. I really love the way that that looks. And then this 2021 piece of vellum is from Poi & Hun. I know it's not 2021 yet, but I cut up my 2020 year to glance, so just leave me alone. I put 2021 in early, so whatever. This little AL says Amanda Lee. This is from Queen City Designs. I do have a code with Queen City Designs. It's Amanda20. She has a lot of great planner stuff on her website. This little vision board is actually a freebie from Ash Plans, and I will link all this stuff in the description bar so you can find it. But a lot of people have been doing freebies lately. I feel like Courtney Taylor's freebies kind of like popped off, and then a bunch of people started like experimenting with like making their own dashboards. And the thing is, when you make a dashboard like this, or like the ones that Courtney makes, right? These photos, I have seen these photos before on like Pinterest. So these people making them as freebies, they're doing the right thing, because you can't sell a dashboard with these photos because they're not your photos. Like Pinterest is not just a free resource, if that makes sense. I use Pinterest photos to make stuff for like personal use, but selling it would be wrong. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. There are great websites out there called unsplash.com that has like free to use photos. So that kind of stuff you could actually sell because it's like free to use, like stock photos. But anyways, yeah, the plus side about this is that so many people are making freebies, beautiful freebies, and we get to have them for free as a free printable, which is awesome. So again, this is from Ash. I am so in love with it. I feel like it matches the taupe so well. This November monthly card is from Cloth and Paper, and then we are at my monthly section. These, what is this called? Insert cover pages are from Richly Noted on Etsy. I really, really like them. So my monthly section is the same. It's always been the same. It's just these Cloth and Paper monthlies. Monthly is such a simple thing. I mean, it works for me. Why would I change it? So you've seen this a million times before. Actually, tomorrow's November 1st, so I'm going to remove October and I'm going to add in December. So I usually keep 2 months in at a time. So yeah, there's October. Today is Halloween, the 31st. This little monthly planning checklist is from Maddie Plans. I just punched it. And then this is my November monthly. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to add in December. This was actually a little note for something. I'm visiting my parents over Christmas in December, so I need to put that on my December monthly. The next thing, I have a top tab that says bills. These are the glass plastic dividers from Cloth and Paper. I just have my bill tracker from Infinite Lotus. that's always been the same too. Again, there's like no reason for me to like change my monthly or change my bills. It works perfectly for me. I mean, that's really all I need. I have scheduled appointments marked with a dot, days off with a triangle, and then I have paydays and phone shifts highlighted, so it's perfect. This is a dashboard from Catspresso Co., and I actually have a code with Catspresso as well, Amanda10. This little silver foiled butte card is again from My Minimal Planner or Modern and Minimal Co. And on the other side, I just have this nude memo card from Cloth and Paper, and then the clear J'adore card over top is also from Cloth and Paper. So I love this layering over here. This first piece of acetate that has Amanda in white text, that is from Queen City Designs. Again, I will link everything down below. This Simplify dashboard is from, oh my God, SK Journals on Etsy. And then this artwork right here is another freebie from Courtney Taylor Plans. And then same with that, also Courtney Taylor Plans. And yeah, so let's see. This, I love this. This actually came in the recent Cloth and Paper sub box. It's like an acetate, but it feels almost like frosted, and it just has this little like balance kind of thing on there. Absolutely love that. I have another dashboard from Catspresso Co. This one has 2 top pockets. The pockets are very small. You can't fit like normal business card size stuff in there. I'm talking so fast that I can't even get my words out right. But this was the 2020 Cloth and Paper Year at a Glance dashboard. I just cut it down. Like I cut these months out and put them in there. So I feel like it looks really cool because it's like vellum. And so yeah, we're starting November tomorrow. That was a little freebie card from Poi and Hun. And then this wild card was from High Paper Clouds. And that was a freebie from High Paper Clouds, but I do also have a code. Yet again, Amanda20. Again, I'll put all this stuff in the description box. This piece of vellum is from Queen City Designs Co. I love the line art. Next is my weekly section. So I guess I have to explain this. This October vellum is from Cloth and Paper. Again, tomorrow I'm going to be taking out my entire October weekly, just removing all of this and putting in the November weekly. So yeah, today is the last day of October. Okay, so I just printed this today. This is from Peanuts Planner Co. It's like the infamous like inbox insert. I don't know what Peanuts Planner Co. calls it. I can't remember, but I see so many people using this. Hannah from Caffeine and Plans is kind of the one that like started it. And I just loved it so much. I loved it. And I was craving printing something. So you know what? I printed it. I don't know how I'm going to use it yet. Like maybe just like as a scribbly like weekly kind of inbox. I don't know yet, right? Because I don't really need that because it essentially is the same as the intention for these. So it's like, I don't really need both. It's kind of just like one or the other. I was thinking about like using these in this setup, maybe using this one in my undyed setup because I feel like that looks good with the vibe, but I don't know. So let's just ignore that. I just thought it was cute. I probably should have taken it out for the video because it's like confusing and random and I just put it in there today. Anyways, October, here are my Cloth and Paper dated inserts from October. I love these inserts, I do, but in 2021, I'm not going to use the dated ones anymore because when I have the dated ones, I feel obligated to use them and I don't like that. This is today. Yeah, I don't like that. So I am going back to undated life. I mean, the only reason I was using the dated is because they came in the sub box, but I can't do it anymore because I don't want to be tied to these one weekly inserts for like an entire year. I like to be able to switch around my weekly inserts. It's fun. It's fun. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that I haven't found like insert piece. It literally is just, to me, that's the fun in planning. If I use the same inserts for an extended period of time, I just get bored. So let me show you guys some of the undated inserts that I have. Okay, so yeah, I have a couple like undated insert options that I plan on switching around. Okay, so the first one I'll show is these are the vertical weeklies, undated. So it's literally this exact insert, but just undated. And I got 2 packs of these because I really love these inserts. Like I love them so much. I just don't want to be tied to them for a whole year. That's all. I want to be able to switch around if I want to. But I do still want to be able to use these when I want to. So they literally look the exact same. I don't feel like taking them out because because they're like sealed, but they look the exact same, I promise. They just don't have this little calendar, you know. It just doesn't have the date, so you kind of fill in the number. So there's those. I have these, which I've used before. I think I've featured them in a video. This is a weekly from Infinite Lotus. So the left side, it's almost like a Hobonichi week style. So the left side is that, and the right side is just a grid. I do really like that because then I can keep like a running weekly to-do list, and I don't have to like force something to be on a specific day. And then the rest are printables that I printed. So these, which this is a freebie from Courtney Taylor, but I printed it as the cover page because I didn't know like what to put as the cover page. Okay, so these are from Elmon Paper Co. But these were, Elmon Paper Co. doesn't do pocket size. These were A5, and I sized them, I printed them at 55% to make them pocket size. Arlen from Arlen's Collection on Instagram, she's the one that gave me, she's the one that gave me that idea. I never would have thought about doing that. So all credit goes to her. She did it, she posted on her story. I saw it and I was like, oh my God, I have to do that. So that's exciting. Like now I feel like I can use Elmon Paper Co. inserts, you know, in pocket size, which is great. I use them in my personal, but she doesn't make pockets. So that was really cool. So these were A5 sized down to 55%. So you can see they're not perfect. Like it's like punched into the box, but it works. And I like these because it's like Monday through Sunday. And then there's 4 categories. So you could put like work, personal, social media, like whatever. And yeah. Maddie Plans uses these, but in actual A5. So if you want inspiration for how to use them, you should go to Maddie's Instagram. I also have these from Puffin Pages Co. I really freaking like these. She has 2 versions of them. I bought both versions, but I didn't print the second version. The second version basically has half blank and half lined, and then that column's also a little bit different. But yeah, these are from Puffin Pages Co. Really excited to try these out. And then the last ones are ones that I just printed today from Peanuts Planner Co. And it's these right here. So you basically just have a grid, notes at the bottom. You've got Monday through Sunday, and you have like a checklist, but also kind of like a blank spot, which I do kind of wish that that line wasn't there, but I mean, whatever. I could maybe actually put my phone shift for the day in that tiny spot, and then maybe any appointments or events in the box, and then just a to-do list. So I actually really liked these. So yeah, I printed those today. So you see what I mean? There are so many weekly inserts out there in the world, and I was not trying to limit myself to these for a whole year. So let's move on. So I have my habit tracker for this week right here, but I'm switching up my habit tracker for November. So I guess that'll start tomorrow, and I have it in my tracker section. So just stay tuned. I will be removing this and throwing this away after today because tomorrow's November 1st. This is an ink splatter dashboard from Cloth and Paper. I love these like thick acrylic dashboards she's been doing. Iconic dashboard from Back to Basics Paper Studio. That is also Back to Basics. I had this thing in my last setup. Iconic vellum from Cloth and Paper. This is white foiled like luxe acetate from Sparkly Paper Co. It's funny because I have a similar spot in my what's it called, in my like on the go planner, and I just liked it so much that I literally copied it for this planner. But this is the vellum, but I ran out of vellum, so I used acetate for this one. And then I just have a Foxy Fix dashboard, which they don't sell anymore, cashmere square page flags, and then this card that says it's time to take back your power in like these pretty nude colors. That's from Poi and Hun, I think. Minimalism card is a freebie from Infinite Lotus, and then the to-do card is Cloth and Paper. This beautiful line art Amanda dashboard is from Queen City Designs, and I just have that layered over the pink changes dashboard from Cloth and Paper. I absolutely love this. I think the color is so pretty. These inbox sticky notes are from Poi and Hun. I love them. And by the way, guys, I trim my sticky notes because otherwise they wouldn't fit in pocket size. So if I want to put a sticky note in pocket size, I just trim a little bit off each end so it's even. Square page flag, Cloth and Paper. This Traverse dashboard is Cloth and Paper. And then we are at my list section. The first thing I have is the reading log. I had an old reading log, but I just threw it away because I read all the books that I had listed on it. And I'm starting fresh with this reading log from Cloth and Paper that we just got in the October sub box. I'm subscribed to Book of the Month, and I chose my book for November, which is called Pretty Little Wife. So Excited to read that. I have this vellum from Lucy Plans Life, and that's pretty much just separating out all my, like, I guess, like, social media type inserts, social media / planner, I guess. So the first is this Simple and Trendy Co. lists insert, which is for, like, pictures that I need to take for my Instagram feed. So I like to photograph every single spread of mine. And because I have like 4 planners, that gets like really confusing to me. Like, what spread have I photographed? What have I not? So that is why I like to kind of write it down, and I check it off once I take the picture, not when I post the picture, because it doesn't matter to me when I post the picture. I just want to make sure that I've photographed it, I have it in my folder, and I can post it whenever I want. I also have a list insert from Infinite Lotus, things to print and make. This was in my last planner. Sometimes I'll like buy inserts, or I'll see a dashboard and I can't print it right away, so I want to write it down so I don't forget to print it. This content planner from Peanuts Planner Co. is new to me, and I love it so much because I can list out my videos and then have a little checklist. So like, film it, make the thumbnail, add the links to the description bar, upload, whatever. And then I have some other video ideas. This executive notes insert, cloth and paper, I just have the current subscription boxes that I'm subscribed to because it's kind of out of control, and then codes, active codes that I have with different shops. And then this is just a Poi and Hun list insert with some of my favorite Instagram accounts. I need to go through and finish this. This is definitely not finished. I started and then I kind of stopped. My last tab is shopping. So these are the trackers that I'm going to use for 2021 from Peanuts Planner Co. I'm currently using 2 different trackers right now for the rest of the year, but I want to try those out for 2021. So I have that note. Just a little wish list insert from cloth and paper, and then I have a wish list insert for my girlfriend, also cloth and paper. This dashboard is cloth and paper. Sticky note, cloth and paper. I'm sure you probably recognize it. Next section is my tracker. So this is the insert that I'm using for November and December. This is a fold out tracker from Peanuts Planner Co. I'm really excited to use this. I want to do like a graph, like with my mood, and then, you know, whatever, just a normal tracker. So it's double-sided. I'll do November and December on here, but I decided I wasn't sure, like, I don't know that I love the fold out. So for 2021, I think I'm going to do the horizontal tracker, but it's all on one page. So it's going to be a lot smaller. Like, the boxes will be way smaller, but it'll be easier. This is my monthly tracker from May Paper Co. Again, I'm going to do this for November and December. Those are crossed out because I didn't buy this until June. But either way, yeah, I'm going to finish this out for the year. But for 2021, I want to use this insert, but from Peanuts Planner Co. So that's what that note was about earlier. And then I just have this Lucy Plans Life vellum separating my order tracker. One of the most important inserts in my planner because clearly I place a lot of online orders. This amazing Amanda acetates from Queen City Designs, another dashboard from the recent cloth and paper sub box, cloth and paper card, and then the very last section is my notes section. You've probably seen some of these again in previous setups. This Cornell notes insert is from cloth and paper, and I basically plan out my setups in advance. I'm like super type A, and I like to do that. So I moved into my TAUPE MOTERM, so I dotted it. My next personal setup I'm going to do will be in my LV. My next pocket setup that I'm going to do is going to be in my pocket undyed leather. The back is just kind of my current lineup. So the 5 planners that I have set up and what I'm using them for. This little EO Edits note has an arrow pointing to here. So this is like a list for my Vanderspec undyed leather setup. So I just have some ideas like how I want the vibe to be, inspiration, a couple things that I want to make. I want to print something on vellum. I want to make my own line art dashboards. And I also want to buy and print these items from EO Edits because I feel like it'll go with the vibe of my undyed very well. Last but not least, this has been in like every setup. This is a list of our favorite meals that Mel makes. And she made this like hibachi rice and chicken the other day. It was so bomb, so I just added that. And she also came up with a new breakfast tostadas recipe that was also bomb, so I recently added that. Every time she like does a new recipe that like tastes really good, I like to put it on that list so we don't forget. little fly leaf, and then this little noted card is from Paper Panda, and then in the pockets, I just have, is that a piece of hair? Oh my god. I just have this little planner sizes thing. That's super helpful because I'm always like looking them up. These little stickers. It's a freebie from Your Everyday Planner. I did go ahead and put the November card from Cloth and Paper. And then this is from Cloth and Paper. It was in our recent sub box. I don't know that oh yeah. So I have some notes from my girlfriend back there, just some cute notes. And then this is just some like video or like ideas for YouTube videos kind of written out. I used to have it like punched in there, but I didn't really like that. So yeah, that is my setup. That is my taupe MOTERM. I'm going to be using this for November and December. And then hopefully my undyed Vanderspec will be here by like the end of December, beginning of January, and then I can do that next setup. But I am loving this so much. And for the first time ever, I don't know if you noticed, I can actually snap my planner closed, because in all my previous MOTERM setups, I literally couldn't snap it closed. But I was just craving a slimmer setup and I'm loving it. But yeah, and I guess since I'm here, I'll show you guys a little update on my other planners. This is like my main planner stack. I do have like a Pele Studio set up like very deco, but that's on my shelf right now. I have a flip of that on my channel. But anyways, I think the last video I posted was a collab with Rana Plans. It was a flip through of this, which is my on-the-go planner. It's so slim and compact, like you can see. This fits in like all my handbags. But since I filmed that video, I have changed a couple things. Like these little cards are so cute. These are freebies from JL Plans. So like I added those. I added a fly leaf. I guess that's kind of new. The main stuff is like all the same. I did add this inbox dashboard because I just wanted to use it so badly. I think at the time of filming that, I also didn't really have all that much written down. I added my little planning routine card. It is pretty much the same, but I didn't have as much written down. And now I have like, you know, 2 completed weeks. That's this week. I have this little today marker from Queen City Designs. It's like super heavy duty, clear plastic. And then my list is a lot heavier, although I do need to check off Tylenol because we bought that. List inserts. I have, yeah, my phone shift. That's not new. This is new, but it's just some like journaling supplies I want to get. So yeah, there's my on-the-go planner. I think when I did my Stalogy flip, that was also kind of recently, I didn't have this cover yet. So this cover is actually, it's from AliExpress. It was like $20. It's from MOTERM, but it's like their second store. And you can tell it's like really cheap, but it looks like undyed, which is kind of cool. So I just put a couple cute things in the pockets. And I do have a Stalogy flip on my channel, but I want to say the last page that was in there was this one. So here are some of the pages I have done since then, which if you follow me on Instagram, literally none of this is new to you. You're going to be like, yeah, bitch, we have seen this in your stories 1,000 times. Just did some washi swatches, but I don't know. Maybe there are people out there that follow me on YouTube or subscribe to my YouTube but don't really keep up with my Instagram. I love this. This spread is everything. This is literally the vibe that I want my like undyed setup to be. And this was the green leaf that I was talking about. I want to print it on vellum again for my actual planner. Ariana Grande dropped a new album yesterday called Positions. It's okay. I love Ariana Grande. I'm like obsessed with her, but I like about half the songs. The other half I'm like meh. Safety Net and Nasty are my favorite. I don't know, I just feel like you can't beat Thank You Next because that was such a good album. This is my November page as we're going into November. And then I just did this one yesterday, just some like magazine cutouts. I thought that was really nice the way it turned out. So that is my Stalogy. Last but not least, my white personal MOTERM. This is my work planner. I did do a flip through of this on my channel. And I don't think anything has changed, so I don't really need to flip through this whole thing. It's the exact same. The only thing that I want to mention about this is, so this weekend actually, I was going to move into my Louis Vuitton cover because I have like my LV cover set aside with a ton of like beautiful dashboards. I have gold foil dividers. Like, I have all this beautiful stuff for it, and I'm really excited to do that setup. But I can't lie, I'm not over this one yet. Like, I don't want to move out of this one yet. So I'm not going to force myself to. I'm going to stay in this setup for as long as I want, and then whenever I get sick of it, I'll move into the Monogram LV cover. But for now, I'm good. I like it. There's my dailies section. I just have a bunch of dailies. Yeah, so again, nothing's really changed in here. I did add a little task card for my finances section. But yeah, those are my planners. I am loving all of them. I am so happy with my system. Like, I never thought I would be a multiple planner person because I always was like, that is ridiculous. Like, having multiple planners makes no sense. But here I am, and I'm making it work for me. I have my on-the-go wallet, my main planner, my art journal, and my work planner, and I love it. So that is it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!